Welcome to PATRIOTS IAS. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe. There are other subject-wise videos that are available in our playlist. Try to watch all those videos. It will definitely help you in your preparations. Directive Principles of States Policy. The Directive Principles of States Policy are the direction given by the Constitution to the state for the welfare of the citizens. The constitutional makers, the Indian constitutional maker, borrowed the concept of Directive Principles of States Policy from the Irish Constitution. The source of the concept of Directive Principles of States Policy is the Spanish Constitution, from which it came in the Irish Constitution. The concept of Directive Principles Policy, Directive Principles of States Policy emerged from the Article 45 of the Irish Constitution. This principle aimed at ensuring socio-economic justice to the people and establishing India as a welfare state. Part 4 of the Constitution of India, Article 36 to 51, contains Directive Principles of State Policy. The Part 3, that is Fundamental Rights, the Part 4, Directive Principles of State Policy. The Part 3 of the Constitution, that fundamental rights are justiciable and enforceable right. The Part 4, Directive Principles of State Policy, are not justiciable and not enforceable by law. The Part 3, that is fundamental right, are legally enforceable. Part 4 of the Constitution, Directive Principles of State Policy, not legally enforceable. The Part 3, fundamental rights. When there is a violation of fundamental rights which guaranteed by the Constitution to the citizens of country, where the Parliament, executive or the government passed a law which is found that is unconstitutional, the court bound to declare law violative, unconstitutional, invalid. Whereas in the case of Directive Principles of State Policy, the court cannot declare a law violative or unconstitutional and invalid. The Part 3, the fundamental rights, provide political right to the citizen, where the Part 4, Directive Principles of State Policy, provides socio-economic right. This is UPSC Prelims 2015 question. The question is, consider the following statements regarding Directive Principles of States Policy. The statement 1, the principles spell out the socio-economic democracy in the country. The provision contained in these principles are not enforceable by any court. The answer is option C, both. This is UPSC Prelims 2020 question. Question is this: with reference to provisions contained in the Part 4 of the Constitution of India, which of the following statements is correct? The first statement, they shall be enforceable by court. This statement is wrong. Second statement, they shall not be enforceable by any court. This statement is correct. The principles laid down in this part are to be influenced the making of laws by the state. The statement is also correct. So option D is the correct statement. Article 36. The Article 36 says the state has the same meaning as in the Part 3. See, in the Part 3, it starts with the Article 12. The Part 4 starts with the Article 36. The Part 12 in the Article 12 in the Part 3 give the definition to the state. It says, definition in this part, unless the context otherwise requires, the states includes the government and parliament of India and the government and legislature of each of these states and all local or other authorities within the territory of India or under the control of government of India. This gives the definition of state. So the Article 36 says that the state has the same meaning as in the Part 3. This is UPSC 2013 Prelims question. The question is this: according to the Constitution of India, which of the following are fundamental for the governance of the country? The answer is option C, Directive Principles of States Policy. Article 34 of the Constitution states about the application of the Directive Principles. The provision contained in this part shall not be enforced by any court. Very important. The provision contained in this part shall not be enforced by any court, but the principles wherein laid down are nevertheless fundamental in governance of the country, and it shall be the duty of the state, see the term state, to apply this principle in making laws. See, the constitutional makers in the part 3 first says define the term state. In the part 4 also, in the article 36, the constitutional maker defined the state, because in every article the state comes, so the state has to define at first. This is UPSC questions, prelims 2015 15. The question is this: the ideal of welfare state in the Indian Constitution enshrined in the option B, Directive Principles of State Policy. The Constitution has not classified the Directive Principles of State Policy into three, that is Socialist Principles, Gandhian Principles, or Liberal and Intellectual Principles. For better understanding and learning convenience, the Directive Principles are classified on the basis of their ideological source and objectives. These directives based on Socialist Principles, Gandhian Principles, and Liberal and Intellectual Principles. Directives based on Socialist Principles. Article 38. It's about the state. The term state is the term to secure a social order, very important, social order for the promotion of the welfare of the people. The state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people by securing, protecting as effectively as it may a social order. Social order of what? Social order of giving socio-economic political justice shall inform all institutions of the national life. The state shall in particular strive to minimize the inequalities in income and endeavor to eliminate inequalities in status also. This is UPSC prelims questions in 2021. Under the Indian Constitution, concentration of wealth violates option B, Directive Principles of State Policy. Article 39 is about the state shall in particular directs its policies towards securing the right to adequate means of livelihood to all citizens. The ownership and control of material resources shall be organized in a manner to serve the common good. The state shall avoid concentration of wealth in few hands, equal pay for equal work for both men and women, the protection of the strength and health of workers, childhood and youth shall not be exploited. Article 39A. The state shall secure the operation of the legal system, promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity, and shall in particular provide free legal aid by suitable legislation or schemes or in any other way to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason for economic or other disabilities. See, in India, there are lots of people who are economically backward. When they find injustice in the society, they approach the court, they approach the lawyers and advocates, and sometimes they are unable to pay money. So, by the Article 39A, it provides free legal aid to common citizen, and securing justice is not denied to any citizen by reason for economic or other disabilities. Article 41 about right to work, to education and public assistance in certain cases. The state shall, within the limits of economic capacity and development, make effective provision for securing right to work, to education and to public assistance in case of unemployment, old age, sickness and disablement, in other cases of undeserved one. Article 42 about provision of just and humane condition of work and maternity relief. The state shall make provision for securing just and humane condition of work for maternity relief. Article 43 about living wage, etc. for workers. The state shall endeavor to secure a suitable legislation or economic organization in any other way to all workers, agriculture, industrial, or other work, a living wage, condition of work ensuring a decent standard of life, a enjoyment of leisure and social cultural opportunities. See, by the Article 43, a living wage, state try to give a living wage to the workers to maintain a standard of life, a full enjoyment of leisure and social cultural opportunities. An example for Article 43 is Manrega scheme. Article 43A about the participation of workers in the management of industries. The state shall take steps by suitable legislation or in any other way to secure participation of workers in the management of undertaking, establishment or other organization engaged in any industry. See, the Article 41, 42, 43, 43A, all these articles are dealing labor work related problems. Article 47, it's about the duty of state to raise the level of nutrition and the standard of living and to improve public health. The state shall regard the raising of the level of nutrition and the standard of living of people and the improvement of the public health as among its primary duties. Next is directives based on Gandhian Principle. Article 40 about the organization of village panchayat. The state shall take steps to organize village panchayat and endow them with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as the units of self-government. This is Gandhian Principle. Gandhi believed that the local government must need at the local level to solve the local problems. The eminent personalities at the time of Constitution was made, Dr. P.R. Ambedkar, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, all these people, all of them know that the village panchayat, the village at that time, the village in India at the time was not ready for village panchayat or local government at the grassroots level because of poverty and illiteracy at that time. But after 43 years or 42 years, the 73rd Constitutional Amendment was passed in 1992, and in 1993, the Panchayati Raj system came into force during the Narasimha Rao government. Next is Article 43. The state shall endeavour to promote cottage industries on an individual or a cooperative basis in rural areas. Article 43B, to promote voluntary formation, autonomous functioning, democratic control and professional management of cooperative societies. Article 43 is about the cottage industry. Article 43B about the cooperative societies. Next is Article 46 about promotion of educational and economic interests of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other weaker section. The state shall promote with special care the educational and economic interest of the weaker section of the people, and in particular the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe, and shall protect them from any social injustice and all forms of exploitation. See, the Article 15 of the Indian Constitution, that is fundamental rights, says there is no discrimination based on the caste, religion, place of birth. But in the Article 46, there is a special provision. The state can give some special provision to the weaker section of the people, in particular of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. This is Article 47. The state shall endeavour to bring about prohibition of the consumption of except of medical purpose of intoxicating drinks and of drugs which are injurious to health. By this article, the state can prohibit intoxicating drinks and of drugs which are injurious to health. Next is Article 48, Organization of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry. The state shall endeavour to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern scientific lines and shall in particular take steps for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draught cattle. Farm Loan Wave, NABARD, Fasal Bima Yojana, all are examples for the Article 48 for the development of agriculture in the economic sector. For the improve the breeds, Rashtriya Global Mission is an example. This is UPSC Prelims question 2013. According to the Constitution of India, which of the following are fundamental for the governance of the country? The answer is option C, Directive Principles of States Policy. The direct is based on liberal and intellectual principle. Article 44, Uniform Civil Code for Citizen. The state shall endeavour to secure for the citizen a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. So what is a uniform civil code? A uniform civil code means that all sections of the society, irrespective of their religion, shall be treated equally according to the national civil code, which shall be applicable to all uniformly. They cover the areas like marriage, divorce, inheritance, maintenance, adoption and succession of the property. Goa is the only Indian state to have a uniform civil code. This is UPSC Mains 2015 question related with uniform civil code. The question is, discuss the possible factors that are inhibit India from enacting for its citizen a uniform civil code as provided for in the Directive Principles of State Policy. Next is Article 45, Provision for Free and Compulsory Education for Children. The state shall endeavour to provide a free and compulsory education for all children until they complete the age of 14 years. So by the Article 45, the state shall provide a free and compulsory education for all children until they complete the age of 14 years. See, by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002, the new Article 21A added in the Part 3 of the Constitution and says the state shall endeavour to provide a early childhood care and education for all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years as fundamental right. This is Article 48A, Protection and Improvement of Environment and Safeguarding the Forests and Wildlife. The state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. An example for the Article 48A are the Environmental Protection Act of 1986, Forest Conservation Act of 1980, the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, Water Prevention and Control Pollution Act of 1974, Air Prevention and Control Pollution Act of 1981. This is Article 49, Protection of Monuments and Places and Objects of National Importance. The state gave protection and to protect every monument or place or object of artistic or historic interest of national importance. This is Article 50, the separation of judiciary from the executive. The state shall take steps to separate judiciary from the executive in the public service of the state. See, the independence of state Indian judiciary is very important for the working of democracy. It means that other branches of government, namely the executive and legislature, does not interfere with the judiciary function. The judiciary decision is respected and not interfered with any other organs. It also means that judges can perform their duties without fear or favor. This is UPSC Prelims question 2020. In India, separation of judiciary from the executive is enjoyed by option B, Directive Principles of State Policy. This is Article 51, Promotion of International Peace and Security. The state shall endeavour to promote international peace and security, maintain just and honourable relations between nations, foster respect for international law and treaty of obligation in the dealing of organized people with one another, encourage settlements of international disputes by arbitration. This is UPSC Prelims question 2014. The question is, the Indian Constitution of India, the promotion of international peace and security is included in option B, Directive Principles of States Policy. So some of the important constitutional amendment. The 42nd Constitutional Amendment of 1976 added Article 39A to provide free legal aid to the poor. Article 43A, participation of workers in management of industries. Article 48A, to protect and improve the environment. The 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978, it inserted section 2 of Article 48. It says that the state in particular shall strive to minimize economic inequalities in income and eliminate inequalities in status, facilities and opportunities not amongst the individual but also amongst group. This 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1948 also eliminated the right to property from the list of fundamental rights. The 80th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002, it changed the subject matter of Article 45 and made elementary education to fundamental right under Article 21A. This is UPSC Prelims question of 2017. With reference to Constitution of India, Directive Principles States Policy constitutes limitation upon legislative function and executive function. Answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. This is all about the Directive Principles States Policy. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel. Please share the video with your friends. There are other subject-based videos that are available in our playlist. Try to watch all those videos. It will definitely help you in your preparations. Thanks for watching.